Good evening, everyone. This is BremSter, and I'm continuing to try and record puzzles from March of the Quads, which is a puzzle pack, as you probably know, which we released back in March 2022. This puzzle is one of the, I think this is a trek into the wilderness from the pack. Let me just quickly check that. Against all odds, yeah, this is a trek into the wilderness. I've been grabbing puzzles pretty much randomly from the pack. So, and because I don't want to just work through them in order, I just want to mix it up based on what I'm in the mood for. So this is one of the treks into the wilderness. So one of the harder puzzles in the pack. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this one brings me. So, of course, links below to this puzzle to where you can find the entire pack. Although by the time this comes out, videos for most of them will have been released publicly, because we will be releasing them in the order of the pack, which is an approximate difficulty order. And yeah, let's look at the puzzle. So normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, we have to put the digits 1 to 9 without repetition. Digits in a quadruple circle must be placed at least once in the 4 cells touching that circle. So there will be a 2 and a 4 in these 4 cells. Around here, we have to put at least 1 3 and at least 1 5. It might be possible that both of those are 3. That is fine, but there must be at least 1 3 in these 4 cells. And then digits placed on circles must be odd. So any cell on a circle must be an odd digit. They're the rules. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So I'm going to start by selecting all of the circles and making them yellow to indicate odd. Now, I do know, therefore, that these must all be even, because there's only 5 odd digits between 1 and 9. 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So these are 2, 4, 6, and 8 in the rows. But let's see if I can go. Now, I have to put 2 odd digits, 2 and 4, in this quadruple, but these are even. So these are odd. So these have to be even. Those are the 2 and the 4. I have to put 2 even digits here. These are 2 and 6, but it does mean that 2 is up here. Okay. So one of these at least is even. Now, how else can I go? These are both even. And these are 6 and 8. And these are both even. And these are 4 and 8. Now, I've got 3 evens in all of these rows and columns and everything. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. Well, these are all even. Okay. So I need some quadruple trick to take this further, I think. Maybe. Well, 4 is in one of those two. 8 is in one of those two. And 6 is in one of those two. Because 6s and 6s are lining up. I can't put 6 in any of those. So, right. So that puts 6 in one of those two. Because I can't put 6 in any of these. And I can't put 8 in either of these, so the 8 is in one of those two. I can't put the 2 in either of these, so the 2 is down here. Right, so these are 4, 6, 8 and must contain an 8. These are 2, 4, 6 and must contain a 2. These are 2, 4, 8 and they must contain a 4. And these are 2, 6, 8 and must contain a 6. Okay. Now, there must be an 8 around this quadruple in one of those. How is this going to work? Well, this digit can't be a 3. I can't put 3 in any of those. Ah, this is a 3. Okay, around this quadruple and this quadruple, I must put a 3 around each. So I can't put a 3 in any of those. This cell here must be a 3. So 3 is in one of those two. Because I can't put 3 in any of these. So these can't be 3. Can I reverse that somehow? 1 can't go in any of those. But I don't have the same thing here. 7 can't be there. Okay, this can't be 1. And it can't be 7. This is 3, 5, or 9 only. This one can't... Oh, this can't be 3 because of the same 3 thing. This isn't the 3. This is the 3. Which puts 3 up here somewhere. That's cool. But I'm not seeing how that's interacting with anything. 8 is in one of these two, in fact. Because I can't put 8 here, because that 8 here would make that 8, and that would be broken. So 8 is in one of those two. Because this is odd. Do I have similar with 4s? Not sure. 4 can't be there, so 4 is in one of those two. Okay, so I'm going to pencil mark across boxes. 8 is in one of those two, 4 is in one of those two. So this can't be 4 or 8. This is 2 or 6 only. Now I'm going to get rid of those pencil marks. This can only be 2 or 6 because there must be an 8 here and there must be a 4 here. Can't put a 4 here because of the 4 required in here. I wonder if I could take that further. Like, is there something preventing 8 from being here? Because the 8 here... No, because it was the 4 with the 4 quad and the 8 with the 8 quad, but there's no evens here. This isn't a 6. This isn't a 4 because there's a 6 quadruple. This isn't a 2 and this isn't a 4. Oh, this is the 4. Because 4 had to be around here. How did I get that again? Because 4 in this row can't be in either of those. It had to be here, but around there it had to be there. That's a 4. Can I repeat that somewhere? There's no 6 in those, there's no 8 up here, and there's no 2 down here. It was this quadruple that had that. That being a 4 still allows either of those to be a 4. Three is up here. One of these is even. So I can only put one even in here, or both of these are even. 7 can't be here because of the 4-7 quad. So 7 is in one of those two. 7 here means 7's not here, so 7 is in one of those two. 7 is in one of those two, 7 is in one of those two. Does that do anything? Seven is not here. Yeah, because 7 is in one of those two, but also because of the 7 quads lining up. There's multiple reasons this can't be a 1, but it could be any of the others, I think. These two digits are the same. But I can't see why they can't be 1579. If they were 7, that seems to work, doesn't it? That can't be, they can't be 5, because if 5 here would knock 5 off this quadruple, 5 would mean I couldn't put 5 in any of those 3 cells, because that sees all 3 of those. So these can't be 5. So 5 is in here. It can't, yeah, it could never have been 3. I wonder if I could use that trick somewhere. Like, this can't be 5, because it would knock at all of those. So this is 1, 7, or 9. 5 is in one of those two. Does this put a 5 in the middle of the grid? Can I stop that being a 5? Not obviously. I can stop it being a 9. So this is from 1, 5, 7, 9, but it can't be a 9 because it would knock 9 off all of those. This is still 1, 5, 7, or 9. 3. There are 2 3s in those cells. This can't be a 1, because that would knock 1 off all of those. But that trick seems to only work for some of these, and finding this 3 did a lot of that. If this is a 4, that's a 4. 8, 8, and then 8. So it'd be 4, 4, and then that would be a 4. Then that would be a 4. That would be a 4. One of those would be 4. That would be a 4, so that would be a 4. And that would be a 4. That all seems fine, doesn't it? No, yeah, yes, 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 that all seems fine. If this is a 4, this is a 4. Remember, 4 is in one of those two. Yeah, it's not tracking the same way. I know that 5 is in one of those 3. Oh! No, that could be an 8. I'm wondering about these digits, actually. If this is even, it can't be 2, 6, or 4. That'd be 8, that'd be 6, that'd be 2, that'd be 6. 8, 6, 2, 6, 4, 2, 4. Hang on a minute. 8, 6, 2. If this was an 8, 6, 8, 4, 8. If this is an 8, 6, 4, this is a 4. If this is an 8, this is a 4. If this is an 8 and I go this way, 2, 6, 4, 2. Now that does work. Eight is in one of these, but I can't see. Oh, this is melting me. There's a trick to this I haven't found. 3 is not in any of these at all. Or any of those. Four is in one of those two. If this is 4, 8, 6. So if this is 4, this is 4, this is 4, this is 4. 4, 4, 4, and 4. And every 4 quadruple has a 4. If this is a 4, I get no restriction that I can see. Where's the pressure here? Is it count of odds and evens? Like, I have to put 2 more odds around here. I have to put 1 more odd around here. I have to put 2 odds around here. There's a 9 in one of these. But they're not quite lining up. If there was an 8 here, this would become an 8. This would become an 8. Oh, this can't be an 8. If this is an 8, that's 4, that's 8. There's no 8 in either of those. That becomes an 8. So this becomes a 6 and that becomes an 8. And I've got 2 8s in a row. If this is an 8, this becomes an 8. If this is an 8, right. I can't put 8 here. 8 is in one of those two. But I can't put 8 here either. Because 8, 4, 8, which makes that an 8. But in here, there's no 8 in either of those, and that needs to be an 8. That's an 8. So can I repeat that with the 4? If this is a 4, that's a 4. That's a 4. No, I've tried it with 4s, and it's not as restricted. But it was restricted. So there's a 4 in one of those two. These are 2, 4, 6, and one of them is a 4. But now 8 is down here somewhere. 8 is here. So this is even. And this is now a 1, 7 pair. Both of those are odd. Which works. If that's a 1, that's a 1. So 1 is in one of those two. Because if that's a 1, I can't put a 1 in either of those, and this is the one around the quadruple. Otherwise, this is a 1, and 1 is in one of those two. That's interesting. This can't be 1. So this is 5, 7, or 9. These are 1, 7 and are different. So this sees both of them. So this is 3, 5, or 9. Because it can't be 1 or 7. The 4 here. Now I know 4 isn't here. 4 here. 4 here was the restricted one. It puts 4 here, 4 here, 4 here. But I'm covering all my 4 bases. And everything seems fine. 4 in one of those two. No, because now 4 is here. So 4 would be here and here. Oh, the 4 here is saying that's not the 4, that's the 4. And now these are the 3, 9 pair, which are odd. That can't be 3 or 9 anymore, so it's 1, 5, 7. Because these are different. And this sees both of them. This couldn't be 3, 9, but it already isn't. The 4 here doesn't do enough, does it? This is fascinating. But so this can't be a 9. So it's 1, 5, 7 because the 9s are lining up in these quads. So this is 1, 5, 7. This, oh no. There has to be a 1 in here. A 1 here would make that a 1. A 1 here would make that a 1. So 1 in either of those makes that a 1. 1 in those, is that broken? Not obviously. It would make that a 1. Which would make that a 1. Should put 1 in one of those two. And I'm covering all the 1 quads. 2 has to be in here. Can that be 2 or 6? It can't be 6. Can this be a 2? It can't be 6, it can't be 4, it can't be 8. If that's 2, that's 2, that's 2. This becomes 6? Wow, this is tricky. It is a trick. If this, well, this can't be 3 because of the 3 quad. So this is 1, 5, 7, 9. But it can't be 9 because of the 9 quads. So it can't be 9 because of the 9 quads. It can't be 3 because of the 3 quads. 1, 5, or 7. So these are only from 1, 5, or 7. So 3 is in one of those two. So 3... Wow, I feel like I'm nickel and diming this puzzle to death. And still not understanding it. If 6 is up here, am I broken? Like if that is 6, 6, 6, 6. Six. This feels like a terrible way of solving this puzzle. 6 in this box would be here. And that's leaving me with those, and those. It's all fine. I can't see how to break out. Because if this is the 4, I've still got the freedom of putting another even digit there. I've got 2 odds to put in here. This can't be a 7. 7 is in one of those two. I know that. And so this can't be 7. 1, 3, 5, 9. Oh, this is odd. It can't be 2 because 2 is around the quadruple. And it can't be 4, it can't be 6, and it can't be 8. This is odd. I need more of those. But what can't it be? It can't be 3. It can't be 9. This is 1, 5, 7. I'm getting close, and it can't be 7. This is only 1 or 5. Can I eliminate any one of those? Not obviously. So now 7 is in one of these two. So this can't be a 7. So it's 1, 3, 5, 9. 7 is in one of those two. A 7 here. 7 here would make that 7. Make one of those two 7, which would make that 7. Which isn't breaking anything. It would make that 7. Should make one of those two 7. One of those 7, one of those 7, and one of those 7. And that's all fine as well, from what I can tell. I need something else that can't... Like, this can't be 6. But it could be 2. This can't be 6, 4, or 8. So can it be 2? 2, 6... No. This is a 2, 6, 8 triple. So this is odd. This is a 2, 6, 8 triple. So this sees 2, 4, 6, 8. That is odd. So this is the even in the column and is the 4. How did I miss that for so long? But well, this can't be a 7. So it's 1, 3, 5, 9. This is not helping me. This can't be a 7. Can that... Yeah, so one of those two is a 7. If that's a 7, that's a 1. No, this can't be a 1. Because 1 is around those two quadruples. This is 3, 5, or 9. Four. Well, 4 is already forced into there, so that hasn't done anything. Two and 4. So 4 is in here somewhere. 2 is in here somewhere. How did I miss this 2, 6, 8? Where else did I have that restriction? It was here, but it's not as powerful. This is not the same, and that is not the same either. I'm looking for cells that see all of 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh my word. By quadruple, preferably. So 8 is somewhere in here, is all I know. And I can't see any of them that are restricted. There's a 2 or an 8. No, it doesn't have to be in here. Can I put a 2 or an 8 in here? 2, 6, 8. Yeah. If I put a 2 here, this would be the 6. 6 would be in here. This would be an 8. I could put one of them in here, but that's because I've already got 3 evens. But I could put them both here, I think. This is an odd and an even. So this is an odd and an even. Ah. There's a fundamental thing here I've missed. 2 and 6 are in here. There's a fundamental thing here I have missed. I have no idea who made this puzzle, but it is hard. And there's harder ones to come, so I'm very scared. There's got to be a 3 or a 9 in here. Oh, this starts easily. I mean, getting some of those evens and then ramp up. There's a 2 or an 8 in here. If there's an 8 in here, this is an 8. This is an 8. This is an 8. So the 8 could only be here. So this can never be odd. If this was odd, if this is even, it would have to be 8. This would make this an 8, which would make this an 8. And then there's no 8 in row 2. This is odd. So one of these. So what can it be? Can't be 7. 1, 3, 5, 9. Getting closer, aren't I? I thought these might do something more, but like I can't put, yeah, 1 is in one of those 2. But what is that doing? This can't be a 7 because 7 is in one of those. So this is 1, 3, 5, 9. But 7 could be there. This could be anything except 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. The thing with these pointing into these was really clever, but they didn't go far. So if this is 4, this is 4, this is 4. This is 4. So this is 4. This is 4, and that's all okay. If this is 4, this is 4, and I get no pressure at all. At least none that I can see. If this is 8, this is 8. And again, I'm not seeing any pressure. Why am I so stumped? I have to put 1 and 5 around here. But that doesn't restrict anything, because if I put 5 here, that becomes a 5. If I put... But I could do that with 5s and I'm covered. But 5 here still allows that to be 5, which would put 5 down here and I'm good. Ah. 4 is in one of those two. If that's 4, I've got no pressure. If that's 4, that's 4, that's 4. That's 4. So that's 4. Those are already 4. That's a 4. So that'd be a 4. And every single 4 quadruple has a 4 on it. If either of these are a 6, that's a 6. If that's a 6, that's a 6. Let's start here. 6, 6, 6, 6, 8, 4. Maybe I've got to colour these, but they're really tricky. 2, 4. That's not getting me anywhere. 6, 6. 6 is in one of those two. So this is 2, 4, 8, 4, 2, 4. Oh, this is 6, so this is 8, so this is 6. And then 6 is in those. And every single... No, wait. That's broken. If this is 6, this is a 6. So this is a 6, so this is a 6. This is 8, so this is 6. 6 is in one of those two. 6 is in one of those two. How did I get this to break? This 6 puts 6 here. But 6 can't be here, so 6 is in one of those two, so that's a 6. And no, that isn't broken. Can this be a 2? Because it's... Oh, no, it could be a 2 or a 6. I'm looking for cells that see a lot of digits, and I'm not finding them. Four is in one of those. I've already looked at all of this. I've already got the 8. Why am I even looking at it? Two here puts 2 here, puts 2 here. Which makes this a 2-6 pair. Makes this 8. Makes this 6. Hang on. 2 here. Puts 2 here. Okay, so if this is 2, this becomes 2. This becomes 2. This becomes 6, 8, and that becomes 2. And that's broken. That's not the 2. That's the 2. I don't like it, but it works. I don't like that sort of chain. 6, 2, 4, 2, 8, 4, not 4. So 4 is in one of these two. So these are both odd. So this, or the 8 makes this 6 and this 8, which makes this 2 and this 6. There's no 6 up here. This is a 4, 8. 6 is now right here, with this being 2. That broke it open. These are all odd. This sees 2, 4, 6, and 8. That is odd. There's no 8 here. Is this going to go any further? 6, 9 is in one of those two. This is a 3, 5 pair. So that is odd. That is odd because it sees 2, 4, 6, and 8. I need to put 6 and 8 here. This is the 6, which is even. There is an 8 in one of those two. Now the 4 makes this the 8 and this the 4. This is odd. There may have been an easier way of seeing this. I don't know. This sees 2, 4, 6, and 8. That is odd. So this is the even, which is the 4, which means this isn't 2 or 4. That's the 6, which makes that the 2 and that the 4. This is now 6 and 8. 2 is in one of those two, but I'm not sure which yet. 8 has to be in one of those two. So there can't be a 6 here, because this is 1, 5, and 8. There's no 6 here. This is the 6, which I could have got by looking at this row. This, or 4, this is a 4. Multiple ways of seeing that. 2 is down here, but it's not here. This sees 2, 4, 6, and 8. That is odd. 2 is in one of those. I need to put a 6 right here, so that is odd. There's a 2 in one of those. 8 up here? Not sure. Okay. There is a 7 in one of those two. There's a 1 and a 9 in here. There's a 7 in one of those two. This is 3, 9, and they're both different. There is a 7 in one of those two. Oh, even finding that doesn't seem to have done too much. The odd puzzle on this still seems to be tricky, and I haven't even cracked the even puzzle yet. Because 8 is in one of those. 8 is in one of those. 8 is in one of those. 2 is in one of those. 2 is in one of those. And 2 is in one of those. And I can't see how to crack that open. Okay, so I need to do more work on the odd puzzle. How? How? How indeed? This can't be a 7. Because 7 is in one of those two. I've got to put a... Right, there's an 8 in here. So this is 158. This is 158. And that's not an 8. This is a 1 or a 5. That digit is in one of those three, but I don't see how to use that. The fact that there are so many harder puzzles than this coming up is making me scared. If this is a 1, this is a 1, this is a 1, that would be a 1, that would be a 1, that would be a 1, and that's broken. Where did I start that? If this is a 1, this is a 1. In this box, this would be a 1. Because this can't be a 1 because it sees both of those. Around this quadruple, this would be a 1. That makes this a 1 by Sudoku. Around this quadruple, this would be a 1, and there's 2 1s in the row. So this is not a 1. So 1 is in one of those two around this quadruple. This is not a 1. But I could still do there and there, or there and there. Right? But it does mean one of those two is a 1. Ugh. So I can't put 1 in any of those. Can I put 1 here? 1, yeah. Oh, this is bonkers hard. What am... There's got to be a fundamental trick I am missing to this puzzle. There's no 9 in either of these. So this is 1, 5, or 7. It's not enough, is it? This can't be a 7 or a 3. So this is 1, 5, or 9. Oh, man. Unlike other puzzles I've solved, where it's like, I didn't understand this puzzle and I've been able to figure it out. This one is just breaking me. If this is an 8, this is an 8, this is an 8, that's fine. But then these would be different 1 5s. I can't see why that's a problem. This can't be a 1. This is a 5 or a 7 because there's 1 around this quadruple and 1 around this quadruple. This is a 5 or a 7. 1 isn't in either of those because, no, 1 could be there. Because that is around the quadruple. How is this so hard? So these are different. That is 1, that is a, don't use blue, purple. This is a different 3 or 5. So anything that sees green and purple is different. But I don't have other 3s and 5s. So I could potentially colour 5s or 3s. But without them being specific pairs, that sort of colouring becomes very messy. Like I know one of these is a 3. So I can never put a 3 there. So 3 is in one of those. Because that sees both 3 and 9. So I can never put 3 or 9 there. I can't put 1 there. So this is 2. Can't use 1. Can't use 3, 9. 2, 5 or 7 is all that can go into that cell. This can't be 3 or 5. So this is 1, 7 or 9. This just feels like too many chains. This feels like the sort of puzzle I would not want to put in a pack these days. Like, these are different. So anything that sees both of those cells, which is that cell and that cell, can't be 1 or 7. But they're not 1 or 7. These are different, so that can't be 3 or 9, and that can't be 3 or 9. But we've already done that. This can't be 9. And it can't be 7. So this is 1, 3, 5. Can't be 7 because 7 is in here. But I don't see why it can't be any of 1, 3 or 5. In fact, I have to put one of 1 and 3 in here. I can't put 3 down here, but I've already got that. So I can only have 1 of 5 or 9 in here. But 9 is in here. None of these can be 9. So this is 139. There's no 5 here. This is 139. And there must be a 9 in those two. This is 139. Does that do anything? There must be a 1 in here. Can I force any other digit in here? The same as I did in here. This is 139. This is 1359. That's the 7. There's no 7 there. Which does remarkably little. Put 7 in one of those two. But that does remarkably little. Seven here would put 7 here, and that's all fine. It would put 7 in one of those. No, it would put 7 right there. But I've got my 7 and my 8 now. So this had to be 139 as soon as they had to be 9. But I don't have the same thing here. With around here. This is the 9, this is the 9. But if this is the 9, either of those is the 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, and that's broken. If this is a 9, I don't like this. How did I pursue this? If this is a 9, in this row, this becomes a 9. Around this quadruple, this becomes a 9, which around this quadruple makes this a 9. In this box, it makes this a 9. Down here, it makes this a 9. Did I get this wrong? Which makes this a 9. And now I've got 2 9s in this row. That doesn't work. So this isn't the 9. So this is a 1 3 5. This is the 9. There's no 9 here. This is not a 9. This feels like I'm just nickel and diming the puzzle, though. It doesn't feel elegant. Because that has not reduced any of the options. Like, I'm getting single deductions that don't seem to do anything. I'm looking in the wrong place. This can't be the way this puzzle works. I've butchered this. I have to have butchered this. Because this 9 I just got doesn't seem to do anything. If this is a 3, this is a 3. Because 3, 5 makes that the 3. Which in this box puts 3 up here. This becomes a 3, so that becomes a 3. So that becomes a 3. Which makes that a 3. To cannot go with those. And then that becomes a 3. And that's fine. If this is a 3, this is a 1, so this is a 3. So this is a 3. In this row, that becomes the 3. We've already got those 3s. This becomes a 9, so this becomes a 3. So that becomes a 3, and that doesn't work. So this isn't the 3. This is the 3. This is insane. Hang on, was that where I started? If this is the 3, this can't be the 3. So this is the 3, which means this isn't the 3, this is the 3. I'm starting with if this becomes a 3. I'm going to mark it with grey. If this becomes the 3, this becomes the 3, this becomes the 3. This becomes the 3. I've already got those 3s. In this box, sorry, this would become the 3. And now there's nowhere to put 3 in this box. So this isn't the 3, that's the 9, that's the 3. This is absolutely crazy. There's no 9 here. 9 is in one of those two. And again, this doesn't seem to do much. This is 159. 3 is in... Lord, that doesn't seem to do much. 3 is in one of those two. That is the barest deduction that doesn't actually do much. 9 here. 9 is in one of these two. But again, it's 3 is in one of those two. This has done so little. This is crazy. What have I done wrong? What? 3 in this box now has to be in one of these two. It can't be in any of these, and it can't be there. 3 is in one of these two, so this isn't the 3. So 3 is in one of these two. If this is the 3, this is the 5, and this is the 3. If this is the 3, so one of these, yeah. What am I doing with that? I don't know. If this is a 3, 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 and we look to be okay again. Oh man, I don't understand this puzzle. I am butchering this. Okay, 9 is in one of those two. There's no 9 there. This is a 1, 3, 5. There's no 1 here. This is 7 or 9. That's a 1, 3, 5. Nine has to be in one of those two. Is it something with these 7s? I am so sorry, everyone. I'm over an hour and I still feel like I don't get it. 9, 9 would make this 5. Like, I just feel all I've got is bifurcation. I can't imagine releasing this now into a pack these days. These are 1, 5, 8. 8 must be down here, but that's not helping. Whatever is in here is different to what's in here. So if there's a 5 here, the 5 is in one of those 3. If there's a 1 here, the 1 is here. Should make this 5, this 3, this 1, and that would be a 1. That'd be 3, 5. That would be 1. So that would be 1. 1 in this column would be there. So that would be 7. 1 would be in one of those two and one of those two. And that's all fine. I don't understand this. Like, I feel I can keep nickel and diming, but it's pick a cell and then chain it until it breaks. This doesn't feel logical. I, if this is 5, these are both 3. If this is a 5, if this cell here is a 5, these are both 3. This would be a 3, this would be a 3. This would be a 3. that would be a 3. And 3 would be in those positions. If this is a 1, it doesn't do anything. There's probably a Y-wing or something here. If that's a 5, that's a 3. If that's a 9... If that's a 5, that's a 3. No, if this is a 5, that's a 5. If this is a 7... 1, 5, 1. Hang on. If this is a 5, this is if this is a 5, this is a 3, and this is a 5. If this is a 7, this is a 1, this is a 5. This is a 3, and this is a 5. So if this is a 5, this is a 3. If this is a 7, this is a 1. This is a 5, and this is a 3. Either way, this is the 3, and this is the 5. That is absolutely crazy. But I think it's true. This is the 1, this is the 3. The 1 makes that the 5, which doesn't tell me anything about the grey cell. There's no 5 here. This is a 1, 9. The 1 takes 1 out of there. This is 5, 7, or 9. Is that going to give me anything at all? The 5 gives me that as a 1. There's no 1 here. So this is a 5, 7, 9. This is a 1. So this is a 5 or a 7. This is a 5. So there's no 5 in these because these have to be 1 and 8. Because I have to put an 8 in here and I need to get the totals right. I need to get the number of digits in there right. So this makes this a 7, this a 9, this a 5. This is now the 3, which makes this the 5 and this the 9. This becomes a 7, so this becomes a 3. That's a 7, that's a 9, that's a 5. This is a 5, so this is the 2, 7 pair. Okay. The 9 makes that the 7, which makes that the 1, which makes that the 9, which makes that the 1, which makes that the 7. I don't feel good about my solve of this puzzle. These are 1, 2, and 9. There's no 1 there. There's no 9 there. This is 1, 7, or 9. There's no 3 there. There's no 5 there. That's the 9. So this is 3 or 5. That's the 5. So this is 2 and 3. So this is the 2 and this is the 3 because of the 3 I already had. That becomes the 2. That becomes the 3. The 2 takes 2 out of those. So these are the odd digits. This is the even digit. These are 1 and 9 and 2. That makes this odd and this even. So this is the 7 and the 2. All of the evens are there. So this is the odd, which is, this is the 7, this is the 3. The 7 takes 7 out of there. These are 1 and 8, which I can't see how to resolve yet. Please don't give me a deadly pattern. I need to put a 1 somewhere in here. 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7 is here, which is odd. Odd. 8 is it? So these are 1, 8, and 9. That's not a 9. That's a 1, taking 1 out of those. The 8, 9 looks down, making that the 1 and that the 8, that being even and odd. The 1 looks back, making this the even digit, this the odd digit. This will be the, make this the right color. This needs to be odd. This will be the even digit. This will be the odd digit. So this will be the 9. This will be the 8. This will be the 8. This will be the 1. And that is the correct solution. 70 minutes it took me to find that. There has to be a more elegant way to solve this than what I did. That was brutal. Against all odds, I solved it. That was insane. I don't think I came up with a very good solution for this, but it's what I found, so I'm going to share it. Best I have for you. Sorry, everyone, but that's what I got. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Sorry I couldn't come up with a better solve of that puzzle, but this one was hard. Thanks, everyone, and as always, good luck with your solving.